we're going to explore a side of spiritual awakening that isn't often discussed. Spiritual awakening is usually painted as this beautiful, enlightening experience. And don't get me wrong, it can be. But what many don't realize is that it also has a darker, more challenging side. This video is for those of you who might be feeling a bit lost or overwhelmed by your spiritual journey. We're going to dive into the 7 dark side effects of spiritual awakening that no one tells you about. So, sit back, relax, and let's get real about what it truly means to awaken. Feeling isolated and alone. Let's start with a feeling that I know many of you have probably experienced. Isolation. When you begin your spiritual awakening, you might suddenly feel disconnected from the world around you. Friends, family, even the activities that once brought you joy, none of it seems to resonate anymore. It's as if you're living in a different reality, and that can be incredibly lonely. This feeling of isolation isn't just physical, it's emotional and spiritual. You might start to question if you even belong here anymore. And while solitude can be a powerful tool for self-discovery, it can also be deeply painful if you're not prepared for it. You may ask yourself why this happens. As your awareness expands, you become more attuned to energies and vibrations, which can make mundane interactions feel shallow or draining. Embrace this isolation as a time for deep self-reflection. Journaling, meditation, and spending time in nature can help you reconnect with yourself. Remember, this is a temporary phase, a necessary part of your growth. Questioning your reality. As you delve deeper into your spiritual awakening, you might find yourself questioning everything, the beliefs you've held for years, the values you were taught, even the nature of reality itself. It all starts to feel uncertain. This can be a terrifying experience, almost like the ground beneath you is crumbling away. Spiritual awakening often involves the dismantling of the ego, which is the part of us that clings to identity and certainty. As the ego dissolves, the mind struggles to comprehend the new, expanded reality, navigating the uncertainty. It's crucial to stay grounded during this phase. Practices like mindfulness and grounding exercises can help you stay present and calm, even as your perception of reality shifts. Remember, it's okay to not have all the answers. Part of awakening is learning to be comfortable with the unknown. Emotional turmoil. Spiritual awakening isn't just a mental or spiritual process, it's emotional too. And sometimes, it feels like your emotions are going haywire. You might find yourself crying for no reason, feeling sudden bursts of anger, or experiencing deep sadness that seems to come out of nowhere. Spiritual awakening often triggers the release of suppressed emotions and unresolved traumas. As your consciousness expands, these emotions rise to the surface to be acknowledged and released, healing through pain. Instead of resisting these emotions, allow yourself to feel them fully. Cry if you need to, express your anger, and let the sadness flow. This emotional purge is necessary for your healing. Consider seeking support through therapy, energy healing, or simply talking to someone you trust. Losing interest in material success. As your spiritual journey deepens, you might find that the things you once valued, career achievements, material wealth, social status, start to lose their appeal. This can be disorienting, especially if you've spent your life chasing these goals. You might even feel guilty for not wanting the things you once worked so hard for. This happens because spiritual awakening often leads to a shift in values, where material success takes a backseat to personal growth, inner peace, and spiritual fulfillment. Redefining success. It's important to redefine what success means to you on a spiritual level. This might involve focusing more on your relationships, your personal development, or your contribution to the world. It's about finding fulfillment in ways that resonate with your new understanding of life. Physical symptoms. One of the most surprising aspects of spiritual awakening is the physical symptoms that come with it. You might experience headaches, fatigue, dizziness, or even strange sensations in your body that you can't explain. These symptoms can be alarming, especially if there's no obvious cause. I went through a phase where I was constantly tired, no matter how much I slept. I had these intense headaches that seemed to come out of nowhere, and sometimes I felt like my body was buzzing with energy. I thought something was seriously wrong, but after some research, I realized these were common symptoms of what's often called Ascension. My body was adjusting to new energy levels, and it was taking a toll. As your consciousness rises, your body has to adjust to these higher frequencies. This can cause temporary discomfort as your energy shifts. Listen to your body during this time. Rest when you need to, stay hydrated, eat nourishing foods, and consider gentle practices like yoga or meditation to help your body adjust. If symptoms persist or worsen, don't hesitate to seek medical advice to rule out any underlying conditions. Facing your shadow. Perhaps the most challenging aspect of spiritual awakening is the process known as shadow work. This is when you're forced to confront the darkest parts of yourself, the fears, insecurities, and traumas that you've buried deep inside. It's like shining a light into the darkest corners of your soul, and what you find there can be terrifying. Facing your shadow can be incredibly painful, as it forces you to confront the parts of yourself that you'd rather avoid. Spiritual awakening involves integrating all aspects of yourself, including the parts that you've rejected or denied. This is essential for true healing and growth. Embrace the shadow. Shadow work is about acceptance and integration. Instead of fighting or suppressing these parts of yourself, acknowledge them with compassion. This process can be aided by journaling, therapy, or guided meditations designed for shadow work. It's not easy, but it's one of the most transformative parts of the spiritual journey. Feeling detached from reality. As you go deeper into your spiritual journey, you might experience a sense of detachment from reality. It's almost like you're living in a dream, where everything feels distant and surreal. This can be a disorienting experience, making you feel like you don't belong in the world anymore. This detachment can make you feel disconnected from everyday life and the people around you, leading to feelings of alienation. As you ascend spiritually, you begin to see the world differently. The illusions of the material world become more apparent, and you start to connect more with your higher self. Find your balance. It's important to maintain a balance between your spiritual and physical realities. Grounding practices, such as spending time in nature, physical exercise, and connecting with loved ones, can help you stay anchored in the present moment while still embracing your spiritual growth. As spiritual awakening is a powerful, transformative journey, it doesn't come without its challenges. The dark side effects we've talked about today are all part of the process, and they're here to help you grow. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. Many have walked this path before you and come out stronger on the other side. If you're experiencing any of these challenges, know that it's okay, and you're exactly where you need to be. Embrace the darkness, for it is through the darkness that we find the light.